Hello, I'm Sam. In today's video, I'm going to teach you dependent clauses. Another name of dependent clauses is called subordinate clauses. Anyway, how many clauses are there in English? Yeah, there are two clauses. What are they? They are independent clauses and dependent clauses. Independent clauses have another name called subordinate clauses. So today I'm going to tell you more about dependent clauses. Before doing that, I really want to ask you the definition of clauses. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words with its own subject and verb. There are two types of clauses. One is IC or independent clauses. What is the definition of independent clauses? Independent clause has a subject and verb and can stand by itself as a complete sentence. It means that independent clause or main clause can stand alone and it is meaningful. How about dependent clauses or subordinate clauses? A dependent clause has a subject and verb, but it cannot stand alone. When it stands alone, it has no meaning. So look at the board with me. Okay. Dependent clauses or subordinate clauses, the same thing, right? Some teacher call subordinate clauses and some teacher call dependent clauses. I prefer dependent clause or DC. Definition of dependent clause. A dependent clause, although it has a subject and a verb, cannot stand by itself as a sentence. It is only part of a sentence. In addition, it means that when you are talking about dependent clause, it cannot stand alone. Yeah. When it stands alone, it lacks of meaning. It is only part of a sentence. It can stand depending on main clause or IC. Okay. And how many types of dependent clauses are there? You tell me. There are three types of dependent clauses. What are they? Dependent clauses, has three. Number one is adjective clauses. Number two is noun clauses. Number three is adverb clauses. Some students, especially EFL students, feel confused with this. When the question is how many clauses are there in English, their first answer is there are three clauses in English. So it means that they are confused with this answer. How many types of clauses are there in English? There are two clauses, IC and DC. Dependent clause and independent clause, or main clause and subordinate clause. When the question is how many types of dependent clause are there? Here the answer is there are three types of dependent clauses. One is adjective clause, number two is noun clauses, and number three is adverb clauses. So noun or adjective clause, noun clause, adverb clause are from dependent clauses. They do not come from clauses. Actually, clause have two, dependent and independent. Dependent have three more: adjective clause, noun clause, and adverb clause. Look at the example. Sam, whose wife is a nurse, works in a bank. Sam, whose wife is a nurse, works in a bank. So whose wife is a nurse here is adjective. Adjective clause. The man whom you love is from the UK. The man whom you love from the UK. So whom you love from the UK is adjective clause. So we have two examples of adjective clause. One clause with comma, the other without comma. I'm going to teach you more about adjective clause. So don't forget to watch adjective clause in detail. Alright. Noun clause, I think that you should work harder. So I think from there to work harder is noun clause. Subordinate is that. Can you tell me where you live? Where you live here is noun clause. Start with WH. Yeah. It's a clause marker or subordinate. We don't know if you work in a bank or not. So it's a noun clause. You can see 3 examples of noun clause. Okay, now adverb clause. Example of adverb clause, we can, if I had a lot of money, I have the poor in my country. So if is a subordinate. So from it to comma here is called adverb clause. You know, if adverb clause of what? Adverb clause of condition. As soon as I arrive home, yeah, it is adverb clause. As soon as is subordinate or subordinating conjunction. So you know what clause is it? It is adverb clause of time with a subordinate as soon as. Again, dependent clauses or subordinate clauses. Definition is dependent clause, although it has subject and a verb, cannot stand by itself as a sentence. It is only part of a sentence. It means that dependent clause cannot stand alone. When it stands alone, it lacks a meaning. It is not really meaningful. Dependent clauses are divided into 3 clauses. Number 1 is adjective clauses. Number 2 is noun clauses. Number 3 is adverb clauses. Adjective clauses, here we have 2 examples of adjective clause. One clause with comma, the other without comma. Yeah, for noun clause, we have 3 examples of noun clause. One is that clause. Number 2 is WH noun clause, and number 3 is if or whether noun clause. And adverb clause, we have 2 examples here. Only adverb clause and of condition and adverb clause of time. But adverb clause have more than 2 adverb clause. It can be 9, 10, 11, 12 or something like that. But if you really want to know more about these 3 types of clauses, don't forget to wait for more and more video about the first. I'm going to teach you about adjective clauses. After adjective clauses, and then I'm going to teach you noun clauses. And after that, I'm going to teach you adverb clauses. So all these 3 types of clauses are going to be taught to you later. Well, this comes to the end of my presentation, and from now on, don't get confused anymore. Clauses have 2 dependent and independent clause, or main clause and subordinate clauses. Dependent clauses are divided into 3 clauses. One is adjective clauses, number 2 is noun clauses, and number 3 is adverb clauses. This comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you later. Bye bye.